Hi, I'm Daniel and this is Ashville. Today we are in central London just off Marylebone High Street, showcasing a completed penthouse renovation project. Just film the whole time, yeah? But obviously don't get run over. One of the challenges of working in central London is access. It's very difficult to get in and out of these buildings. This is the Ashville channel. You ain't supposed to walk on the lorry with that head. Look at that. This part of the video, I'm going to show the communal area and I'm going to say, if you can see, it's a very nice space. The residents here wouldn't be pleased if we stored any of our building materials or waste here or filled the area with dust. So we have to come in via the back. Now this property is 6 floors up. And the only way to get there is a very tight communal staircase or a very small service lift, which looks like something out of an old horror movie. Having a look at the lift and the stairs, you can see the limitations with access. Now the problem with this is logistics. For instance, when we did the demolition, we had to fill rubble sacks, we had to transport them to the service lift, and we had to load them into this lift. And remember, we have a weight restriction. Then send them downstairs, somebody else is here, offloads them, we have to bring a skip into here, a weight and load skip because we can't get a permit, and then we load the skip. Issues with deliveries. A good example, plasterboard. A sheet of plasterboard is 2.4 by 1.2. Now this does not fit in the lift and we can't take it up the stairs. As you can see, it's a little bit more room than the lift, but it's still very difficult to get any large objects up here. To get around these challenges, you need to have a good think before you do it and you need a lot of manpower. One example of this is when we had to re-screed the entire floor area. Lorry pulled up outside, mixed the screed, one team down here bringing gorilla buckets of screed to the lift and another team upstairs laying the screed, and all we did was send screed up and empty buckets down. So after that traumatic experience, we are on the 6th floor. I can't say 6, I can't say it. How am I supposed to say it? So after that traumatic experience, we are on level 6. This is the entrance to the property. And as you can see in this communal area, we've protected the floor with Corex. Really important to keep all the neighbors happy. Let's take a look inside. On this side of the front door, we have a walnut colour. However, on the other side, we have a light oak colour. The reasoning behind an alternative colour internally and externally on the front door is in the communal areas, the freeholder would like everything to be uniform with all the other doors, and internally, the client wanted it to match the other internal walnut doors. Now I'm going to come back to this area, but firstly, I have to show you this living area. So a lot of the properties that we work on and the properties we've shown you in the past were houses where we go to the council and we get planning permission and we extend or convert. In this case, it's a little bit different. This is a building where our client only had a lease. Now, when you have a lease, you have to get permission from the freeholder. Now, in affluent areas like this, that can be very difficult. The plans were rejected on the basis that they didn't like us moving wet areas, which basically means they want the kitchen where the kitchen was in the first place, and they want the bathroom to stay where it is also. The reason for this was explained by the freeholder as bad experiences over the years with leaseholders putting bathrooms in new places and then the rest of the tenants in the building having to suffer from leaks. We went back to the drawing board, and when we did, we took into account where the existing pillars were, where the existing bathrooms were, and where the kitchen was, and we worked around this. Generally, we worked from a blank canvas, but it wasn't possible in this case. Once we had approval from the freeholder, they then stipulated guidelines which laid out what they needed us to do in certain areas. For instance, all bathrooms had to be completely tanked like a wet room, and the same in kitchens. Enough about challenges. The first thing I want to talk about is the view. Now, I can't actually claim credit for that, but I'm going to do it anyway. If you've been watching our videos, you know that I love bifold doors. Well, this property was no exception. On both sides, we removed walls to create larger spaces to have bifolds. Now, this is a really long run for a bifold, But what we've done is we've stacked everything at the ends to leave as much space as possible here. I'll show you how they work. It's like going for a stroll in the park. Now, if you don't want to go through the rigmarole of opening all of these doors to go outside, we have this cool feature, which is a door within a door. In order to make the internal and external become one, you need continuity in the floor levels. When we started the project, the terrace area was very tired and needed some TLC. Over the years, there had been multiple leaks and nobody had done any repairs whatsoever. Once we carried out all our repairs and the area was watertight, we then created a floating timber structure. The rain and surface water, which lands on the decking, falls between the gaps and runs away to its normal channels to drain away safely. Once all the mechanical elements were sorted out, we then did the fun stuff, like this, great spotlights. To set the mood on an evening, we've put in these downlighters. Internally, you can see this lighting feature that we have created that has got recessed LEDs. This was created for a few reasons. The first being, the floor to ceiling levels in this building are very low. So us creating a recessed ceiling would feel very cramped in here, but we need somewhere to run all our services. So we've created this, and it looks cool at the same time. The living area is an L shape. It's not the easiest space to work with. So we have a dining area over here for entertaining, and we have a TV area here. We wanted to create a subtle separation in these areas, so we have this slightly elevated floor level. With the floors and doors in this apartment, we've gone for a walnut finish. And on the subject of walnut and entertaining, let's have a look at this. This area looks like somewhere you can store all your drinks right next to your entertaining space. However, there's more to it. This entire area pulls out so we can service the aircon units which are hidden in the wall behind. On the subject of air conditioning, this apartment has full climate control. Now, in a moderate sized space like this, we had to be very clever with where we place the indoor and outdoor units. Here's an example. The inspiration came from hotels. You know when you walk into a hotel and there's that drop ceiling level above your head when you walk into a room? We've gone with that. The internal aircon unit is stored within this recess, and we have access panels. This is the outdoor unit, and we've cladded in decking to match the floor. Now, if we go over here into bedroom 2, we'll see where the other units are. And this is the rear of that lovely wine display I showed you earlier. Even in a central London penthouse, people have to wash their clothes. So in this area, we've created a utility. On this side, we've created a cloakroom for guests, as both bathrooms are en suites. To save on space, all the bathrooms in this property have sliding doors. Finally, in this area, what looks to be a mirror actually houses all our media equipment. This apartment is fully automated with a Control 4 system. That means we can control all our lightings, TV, blinds, and everything else like that at a touch of a button. Now let's have a look at the master bedroom. I feel like there's a great use of space. We created this stud wall, and we have a walk-around walk-in wardrobe behind it. In here, you have all the creature comforts that you have anywhere else in the property. So we've got our recessed lighting feature, we have our LEDs, we have air conditioning, we have a lovely TV placed on the wall, and you can control everything at the touch of a button. And now, the ensuite. In this ensuite, we have a wet room floor, we have a massage shower head, we have a rainwater shower, and a handheld shower. We also built this great mirrored storage cabinet. To help set the mood, we have these low-level LED lights, and we have underfloor heating in all bathrooms and the kitchen. That's it for the master bedroom. Let's look at bedroom 2. In bedroom 2, we've replicated what we've done in the master, but this room is a little bit smaller, so we've had to have a really good think about how to use the space. Let me show you the ensuite. Bedroom 2 isn't large enough to have its own cupboard space, so what we've done is put this walnut mirrored unit in the ensuite. Now, while this walnut cabinet may look the same as others that you've seen, this has been built with moisture-resistant material, as it's in a bathroom. So we have a bath which doubles up as a shower, we have the rainwater shower head, we have the handheld shower, and we also have this folding shower screen. Wherever we can, we've created these cool recesses with LED lighting. Taps and bath fillers are all wall mounted. With not enough space for a bidet, we have these space-saving douches, and there'll be no demonstration of how they work. So that's it for bedroom 2. Let's have a look at the kitchen. We've gone for a white handleless kitchen with full Neff appliances, which include a Wi-Fi ready induction hob. When deciding on a worktop, we wanted to use a material which we could mold and use in different areas. So we've gone for a grey granite. We have a complete splashback, and we have a down stand at both ends. Now, with the lighting in this area, we've given the client a lot of options. The first being these 3mm flat LED panels. And on this side, we have the same lighting feature with the recessed LEDs and the spotlight. Now, looking at this apartment and the fixtures and fittings, you can see that the client is very particular. Now in this area, we have the kitchen tile meeting the walnut floor from the living area. The client requested no threshold at all. I don't think you can imagine the time and work it goes into having these floors meet seamlessly. Going back to basics and talking about decor, we wanted to achieve a high-end finish. On all the walls in this property, we have textured wallpaper. With sockets and switches, we've gone with the brushed chrome finish. On the power points, we've gone for the white inserts and USB chargers. And finally, with skirting, door frames and architrave, we've gone for a satin white finish. I've now showed you every inch of this central London penthouse. Thanks for watching, and let us know in the comments below what you'd like to see next. Click here for the Ashville website. Click here for the Ashville channel. Click here to see another showcase, and click here for another video. Yeah? Tim, do you know why? Because I'm a professional. No, but did you do a pause at the end enough?